ever since he was 9 years old, I mean, I remember having a half pipe session at Whistler for the WSI. Got this little 9-year-old throwing 900s bigger than I was, and it just, it was really cool to see. You know, that's the first time I really opened my eye to Sean and kind of turned my head and was like, whoa, you know, and then we just developed a really good relationship through the years.
I mean, I grew up skateboarding for pretty much as long as I've been skiing. I remember my brother asked me at one time, what do you want to be? Professional skier, professional mountain biker, professional skateboarder? My first choice was skateboarding. But sure enough, I became a pro skier.
My wife and I were having lunch at a little cafe, and I've watched this typical high school kid. My wife sort of leaned in and said, who's that kid? Who just like seems like this normal kid walking along. And I said, probably the best skier in the world right now.
You know, 13, my brother was 16, traveling out to Colorado to do competitions on our own. You know, we're traveling by ourselves at such young ages. You know, it was hard, but it became normal after a little while. And you know, once we did get sponsored, we learned to fend for ourselves. Not having our dad out here was the best thing for us.
Events like the X Games get a lot of hype, you know, and justifiably so. The tricks that you see there are insane, but when it comes to finding out who the best all-around skier in the world is, you really got to go out into the natural terrain, out into the mountains, and out of the controlled environment. Events like the Cold Rush and the Line Catcher, to me, those are the events where you'll find the best skier in the world. And the guy ruling those events right now, hands down, is Sean Pettit. No one's really touching the kid. He's completely on fire right now. I think that's a lot of people's reaction to Sean is you know, you meet him for the first time, he's this nice kid, happy-go-lucky, fun-loving guy, and then you put him out on the top of some of the burliest mountains in the world, and all of a sudden he turns into something else.
And instead of going the contest route where a lot of kids go, Sean's really pushing the limits and the boundaries to backcountry skiing and what you can do in the mountains, you know. And I'll tell you, it gets a lot more dangerous and a lot more hectic out in the mountains trying to, you know, perform the stuff that he's doing compared to just going to a half pipe or a slopestyle park where you can just lap all day. You know, he's really putting himself in the element. And you know, when he's skiing, he just puts himself in the moment, and he's, you know, right now he's one of the best at going out in the backcountry and laying lines down and slaying it. You know, the kid really has no fear, and you know, he's built really strong, and you know, those are when you're small like that and built pretty strong, that's a perfect element to just destroy mountains like he does.